Hello and welcome to Achievers Hive, dear learners. Today we will be discussing some MCQs, some questions from the social psychology. The topic is psychology and life, which is also one of the chapter of class 12 psychology. So let us begin with the question answer series. Question number 1 is right in front of you. The ability to mentally deal with high density or crowded environment refers to which concept? See, when you are able to deal with the crowd, or you are mentally prepared to be in a place where high density is there, more population is there, but the space is less, so this concept is known as crowding tolerance. So the answer for this question is option A, crowding tolerance. It is a very important concept in social psychology that you have to remember what crowding tolerance is. Question number 2, the study of the relationship between living beings and their environment is what? See, you have been studying this since very long, so you must be knowing that the correct answer is ecology, which is the relationship between living beings and their environment, right? So the answer, option B, is the answer. Some examples of environmental stresses are, there are some options given to you: noise, pollution, crowding. Remember that these all are the environmental stressors. Environmental stressors are those components of the environment which create trouble to the environment. So you can see crowding makes the environment problematic, pollution, noise, and many others as well. So the answer has to be all of the above. People growing up in a large family that lives in a small house develop what kind of tolerance? You have just now studied this, that dealing with a crowd is known as the crowding tolerance. So the answer has to be crowding tolerance. The ability to put up with a situation in which individuals have to compete with many others for even basic resources, including physical space. This is known as what? Competition, crowding tolerance, competition tolerance, or crowding. See, read the question again, then you will understand what they're asking. They're asking that you have to fight with other people, compete with other people for the basic resources. This phenomena is known as competition tolerance. You have to be tolerant to compete with other people. So this is not simply the competition, it is the competition tolerance. So the answer has to be option C. Dominating and bullying others without provocation is known as what? See, the answer has to be instrumental aggression, and this is a very important concept of social psychology. You have to remember that when students in the class, generally you would have seen that they try to bully others without provocation. That is the most important thing. Then it is known as instrumental aggression. Next question is, frustration aggression theory was proposed by whom? This question is generally asked many a times. You have to remember the name. The correct answer is John Dollard. John Dollard was the person who gave the frustration aggression theory. Coming to the next question, which is the comfortable physical space one generally likes to maintain around oneself? You will be definitely having some options for this question, but for now, see, the answer has to be the personal space. It is the comfortable physical space that everyone wants. You all want your personal space, right? So this is the comfortable space that people like to maintain around themselves. Next question, when you are interacting with a close friend or relative, you maintain a distance of about 18 inches to 4 feet. This distance is called what? The question can be asked in many of the forms. See, just below you see a question in which match the following is there. There are 4 options given. You can take one option from there: personal distance, intimate distance, public distance, and social distance. So the answer has to be personal distance, because when you are talking to your close friend or relative, the distance is not neither very close, it is not intimate, nor to be very far, right? So this has to be personal distance. Now there's a question in front of you: match the following in which 4 type of distance is given. You have to first of all understand the concept of personal, intimate, public, and social distance. Personal distance is when you are sitting with someone, you are very not too close, not too far. I just told you that that can be in the case of work setting. Here in the option, intimate distance will be with the close friend. The reason being, intimate has to be with someone who you are extremely close with, but since the option we are given here are teacher, work setting, close friend, formal interaction, so the intimate distance will be just connected with the close friend here. So now coming to the public distance and social distance, public distance is will be maintained with the teacher, and social distance will be maintained in the formal interaction. So you can see the answer as well. Moving on to the next question. Shortage of resources necessary for living refers to what? Deprivation, disadvantage, poverty, or discrimination. Now this is the question that comes from the topic poverty and deprivation. So the correct answer for this question is poverty. When people feel shortage of the resources which are necessary for their survival, then it is the poverty. Next question, forceful destructive behavior towards another person or object is described as what? When you uh, try to behave in a very aggressive way, so what that is known as violence. So destructive behavior has to be which is forceful, is known as violence. Act of aggression meant to obtain a certain goal or object is known as which kind of aggression? So this, you just now you saw one more question of the same topic, so that has to be instrumental aggression. A state in which a person feels that she or he has lost something valuable and is not getting what she is deserved. This is known as what? Discrimination, deprivation, poverty, or disadvantage. So this concept is known as deprivation. So the answer has to be option B. Physical environment exists mainly for use by human being for their comfort is suggested by which perspective? There are three perspectives. So you will be given the option definitely, but here it is in the form of the fill up. So you can see the answer has to be instrumental perspective. For this topic, if you want to know what three perspective are there, you can refer to NCERT book, chapter number 8 of class 12 psychology. There you will see the types of different perspective which are given. So out of them, one is instrumental perspective. The perspective which refers to the view of the environment as something to be respected and valued rather than exploited, which is known as instrumental, spiritual, minimalistic, or social. So the answer has to be spiritual. Spiritual perspective states that we should love our environment, we should respect it, we should care for it. All these kind of values kind of things come under spiritual perspective. So this has to be the answer. An overt behavior intended to hurt someone either physically or verbally is known as what? Jealousy, envy, aggression, or none of these. Obviously, when you become aggressive toward other people, you try to hurt them either physically or verbally. So that is the correct answer is option C. A bully slaps a new student in school so that he can snatch the newcomer's chocolate in an example of what kind of aggression? You also just now have studied this topic. So this is instrumental aggression, option C. So that's it for this topic. We will be coming with more MCQs. You can visit more videos of MCQs for your better understanding through the playlist. You will find all the stuff in the playlist section of our channel, so please go visit there. Also like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done it yet. It will be a great help for me. So thank you so very much. See you soon in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.